Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey, what's the matter with the bright red lights? Hey, in the moment when the world went blind.
Hello, good evening and welcome to day 6 of the British Summer Championships 2023. We are here live from Ponsforge International Sports Centre here in Sheffield. We have got an exciting evening of finals coming up for you. The finals for day 6 are the women's 100 metres freestyle, the men's 200 metres individual medley, the multi-class 100 metres butterfly for both women and men, then the women's 400 metres individual medley, men's 50 metres freestyle, women's 50 metres backstroke, and the men's multi-class 50 metres backstroke. We do also have a bonus event for you to start off the session. There was a tie after this morning's 50 metres backstroke, so we'll be opening up tonight's proceedings with a swim-off as the officials make their way onto poolside. That swim-off will be for the women's 50 metres backstroke 16 years final that will happen towards the end of tonight's session. Interestingly, there are 3 swimmers tied on that time, and there are 2 spots available in the final because they tied for 9th. So the stakes are even higher than usual, and just a bit of added excitement. This meet really has given us all types of outcomes. In lane 6, in this women's 50 metres backstroke heat, that looked to me like Evangeline Pierce, Basil and Phoenix. In 4, it's Megan Donovan of City of Peterborough, and in 4, it's Jessica Gable of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. So for 4, it's Gable, 5 in that centre lane, Megan Donovan, and 6, Evangeline Pierce. As I said, these 3 swimmers tied for 9th place, so 2 will go through. The time they went this morning was 31.20. Getting away well in lane 4 for Peterborough. It is Megan Donovan in that green hat suit in the centre lane. But now that they are up and into the stroke, they're all pretty even. With the orange hat of Pierce from Basildon and Phoenix, just with the slight advantage as they go into the final 15 metres. It is Pierce who leads the way, but the other two very tight as they come in to the finish, and it will be Pierce that takes it. Gable sneaking through in second place, and unfortunately it will be Megan Donovan that misses out on that place in the final. 31.20 for Jessica Gable, exactly the same time as these swimmers went this morning. 30.69 Pierce going quicker, and just 7/100 slower for Megan Donovan. There is the result of that swim off, and we will now return to the scheduled programme. Our first final of the evening is the women's 13-14 years 100 meters freestyle. In lane 0, representing the city of Sheffield, it's Willow Harrison. In lane 1, representing St. Felix School, Grace Robinson. In 2, representing Mount Kelly, Edie Price. In 3, representing Hatfield, Alexandra Nerney. In lane 4, representing Brighton, Hannah Capron. In lane 5, representing City of Leeds, Elizabeth Warner. In lane 6, representing Wigan Best, Evie Cutter. In lane 7, representing Newcastle Swim Team, Elizabeth Land. In lane 8, representing Plymouth Leander, it's Lily Green. Here is your start list for the women's 13-14 years 100 meters freestyle final. There's no swimmer in lane 9. So as we get our first final of the evening underway, the 3 swimmers in the fastest lanes qualifying all went under the minute mark. That's Nerney of Hatfield, Capron of Brighton and Warner of City of Leeds. Going well in these early stages, the blue hat of Hannah Capron for Brighton. Also going well down at the bottom, it's Willow Harrison for City of Sheffield. Capron turns first, 28.27 from Harrison's 28.46 in 0, with Elizabeth Land of Newcastle third at the 50-metre mark. There is your race leader, Hannah Capron. She has a healthy lead as she enters the final 15 metres. The race is on behind her. Still leading that at the moment is Land of Newcastle. Going well for Hatfield is Alexandra Nerney in 3. As they finish quickly now and still going well, it is Hannah Capron, 58.17 to take that. Willow Harrison, who is sneaking under the radar in 0. She turned second. She finished second, 59.09 for her. Just 1/100th ahead of Elizabeth Land for the bronze. There are your official results of the women's 13-14 years 100 meters freestyle. Our next event is the final of the women's 15 years 100 meters freestyle. In lane 0 for Shiverers is Skadra Balmontate. In 1 for Satellite of Macclesfield, Zara Coombe. In 2, City of Sheffield, Eve Doherty. In 3 for Millfield, Megan Higgs. In 4 for Wickham District, Annabelle Compton. In 5 for Guildford City, Alice Young. In 6 for Sutton and Cheam, Ellie Freeze. In 7 for City of Leeds, Emma Wood. In 8 for City of Salford, Alice Volkovaya. And in lane 9 for Woking, Tegan Gale. This is your start list for the women's 15 years 100 meters freestyle final. Good reaction in 6 from Freeze of Sutton and Cheam. Up and into the stroke, well down in 0. Balmontate of Shiverers. And in that lane for the green hat of Wickham, it's Annabelle Compton. She was your fastest qualifier from this morning, 58.18 was her heat time. She leads at the turn, 27.22 ahead of 27.92 for Alice Young of Guildford City, 28.01 for Millfield's Megan Higgs in 3. Compton here goes into 25 metres with a body length lead over the rest of the field. Up in lane number 7, it's Emma Wood of City of Leeds. Finishing quickly, she's now in second position. As they come into the final 5 metres, going well. In 2, it's City of Sheffield's Eve Doherty. And 57.15 for Compton to win for Wickham. Second was Emma Wood of Leeds. And third, Doherty of City of Sheffield. Here are your official results. 57.15 took the gold for Annabelle Compton of Wickham. The next event is the final of the women's 16 years 100 meters freestyle. In lane 0, Emily Maxwell, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In lane 1, Molly Baker, City of Sheffield. In 2, Grace Greenhalgh, City of Norwich. In 3, Sophie Davis, Millfield. In 4, Sky Carter, Basildon and Phoenix. In 5, Flavia Camsell, Mount Kelly. In 6, Sophie Ben, Mount Kelly. In 7, Bethan Cook, Chase. In 8, Caris Croak, Torvine Dolphins. And in lane 9, Catherine Renfrew, Perth City. Here is your start list for the women's 16 years 100 meters freestyle final. Good reaction from Sky Carter in lane 4 for Basil and Phoenix. She did win the 50 freestyle. And so we know she's got that front end speed, and at the moment is her orange hat just ahead. But going well, one lane up, Camsel of Mount Kelly. It's there, 1 and 2 at the moment. Also going well in 8, Croak of Torvine Dolphins down this first 50. It's Carter over first, 26.93. Camsel in silver medal position, 27.28. And Sophie Davis of Millfield getting her feet to the pads, third at the turn. Now we can see the battle between Carter and Camsel. They are shoulder to shoulder. And there is Davis of Millfield in 3, going well as well. As we come into the final few strokes, it's Carter that has the advantage. And it will be Sky Carter that stops the clock. 55.80 to take the gold medal. 56.28 for Camsel. And 57.41. The bronze goes to Sophie Davis of Millfield. Here are your official results of the women's 16 years 100 meters freestyle. Our next final is the women's 17 years 100 meters freestyle. In lane 0 for University of Aberdeen Performance, it's Maria Mishchenko. In lane 1 for Bracknell and Wokingham, in lane 1 for Bromley, Cassie Titterton. In 2 for Bracknell and Wokingham, it's Jessica Hum. In 3 for City of Cardiff, Libby Broder. In 4 for Repton, Laurie Devine. In lane 5 for Repton, Maria Romanskaya. In 6 for Mount Kelly, Holly Widows. In 7 for City of Lincolnshire, Pentaqua, Alexandra Bullock. In 8 for City of Milton Keynes, Annabelle Quinn. And in lane 9, Jessica Lawton goes for the City of Bristol. There is your start list for the women's 17 years 100 meters freestyle final. Jessica Lawton does not go for the City of Bristol. There are 9 swimmers in this one. Good start in 6 from Widows of Mount Kelly. She had the best reaction to the start signal and came up in the lead. Also going well in 3 is Libby Broder of Cardiff off the start, but now that they are up and into their swimming, going well in 4, it's Devine of Repton. It's Widows and Devine that lead into the turn. Widows 27.23. Devine 27.31, 27.61 for third at the turn for Broder of Cardiff. The better turn coming from the Repton swimmer in 4, that's Laurie Devine. She now has the advantage as Holly Widows fights back. The battle for bronze is between Romanovskaya of Repton and Broder of Cardiff. So we come into the final stroke, and it will be Holly Widows that takes the gold medal, 56.04 ahead of Laurie Devine, 56.81 for Repton silver, and Maria Romanovskaya getting the bronze for Repton as well, 56.99 time for Romanovskaya. There are your official results of the women's 17 years, 100 meters freestyle. Our next event is the final of the women's 18 years and over 100 meters freestyle. In lane 0 for Derby Excel, Georgina Pryor. In 1, Loughborough University is Jessica Podger. In 2, Loughborough University is Sophie Groot. In 3, for Mount Kelly, Erin Little. In 4, for City of Sheffield, Kate Clifton. In 5, for the University of Bath, Jemima Hall. In 6, for Biggleswade, Shauna Lee. In 7, for Swansea University, Rebecca Sutton. In 8, for Loughborough University, Mia Slevin. And in lane 9 for the Royal Wolverhampton School, it's Amy Monks. Here is your start list for the women's 18 years and over 100 meters freestyle final. This is the final for the women's 100 meters freestyles, and going well down in 0 off the block was Georgina Pryor for Derby Excel. But now that they're up and into the swim in lane 4, it's Kate Clifton of Sheffield leading the way. Also going well next to her in 3, it's Erin Little of Mount Kelly, 26.90 for Clifton, 27.11 for Little, and Jemima Hall turning third for Bath in 27.15. They are the 3 swimmers in your shot right now. So they enter the final 25 meters. Clifton still leading the way. Going well now into second position is Hall of Bath. Clifton has looked strong all the way through this one, and she touches the wall, 55.73 to take the gold medal. Silver going to Jemima Hall of the University of Bath, 55.91 with Erin Little of Mount Kelly getting the bronze, 56.30. There are your official results for the women's 18 years and over 100 meters freestyle. Our first set of medal ceremonies will take place just before 25 to 7. You'll be able to see the medalists from that event pick up their medals in those ceremonies. So in just over an hour's time. We now move on to our next event. That is the final of the men's 14-15 years 200 meters individual medley. In lane 0, it's Wilfred Lee for Millfield. In 1, Marcus Haig, Wickham District. In 2, Hugh Mason Williams, City of Birmingham. In 3, Joseph Ashley, Warrington Warriors. In 4, Aaron Bissett, Royal Tunbridge Wells, Monson. In 5, Llewellyn Porter, Camden Smith Cottage. In 6, Santino Real, Chelsea and Westminster. In 7, Aidan Orpin for Sutton and Cheam. In 8, Archie Dandy, City of Leicester. And in lane 9, Gabriel Shepherd, City of Leeds. Here is your start list for the final of the men's 14-15 years 200 metres individual medley. Your fastest qualifier was Aaron Bissett of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson from this morning's heats, 208.48. He went to occupy lane 4 for tonight's final. Going well down this butterfly leg though. In 5 it is Llewellyn Porter of Camden Smith Cottage, and up in lane 7 Aidan Orpin of Sutton and Cheam. It is Porter that turns first, 26.88, with Orpin 27.39 and Bissett 27.51. They were your top 3 after the butterfly, and now we're on to the backstroke. Going well on this one. Still, Llewellyn Porter leads the way, but with every stroke, Bissett is coming back, clawing back as they go stroke for stroke into the back to breast turn. And Bissett looks like he's taken a slight advantage, 59.28, just a tenth of a second ahead of Porter at that turn, and Aidan Orpin still in 3rd. Now we move on to the breaststroke. Going well already in 3 down this breaststroke leg. It's Ashley of Warrington Warriors, the yellow hat, cutting through the field here. It's making up good ground. Going well stroke for stroke in 1 and 2. It's Haig of Wickham and Mason Williams of City of Birmingham. They've had good breaststroke legs. Also down in 0, Lee for Millfield, the only 14-year-old in this final. Wilfred Lee in 0 for Millfield. But here is the race at the front. The bottom of the screen, it is Aaron Bissett, and 1 lane up from him, Llewellyn Porter. Bissett does have the advantage at the moment, but Porter is gathering speed into the final stages of the race. It's going to come down to the wire, and it will be Llewellyn Porter that takes the victory. 2:06.91 for gold, 2:07.16 for silver for Bissett. And Joseph Ashley, after that superb breaststroke, takes the bronze in time of 2:10.05. There is your official result of the men's 14-15 years 200 metres individual medley. The next event is the men's 16 years 200 metres individual medley. In lane 0 for Romford Town, it's Raheel Mahmood. In 1 for Stirling Swimming, Logan van der Meulen. In 2 for City of Birmingham, William Viney. In 3 for Stockport Metro, Finlay Pope. In 4 for City of Cambridge, Edward Ormsby. In 5 for Bishop Stortford, Toby Godsell. In 6 for Plymouth Leander, Jamie Gray. In 7 for Bromley, Henry Norman. In 8 for Altrincham, Lachlan Beasley. And in lane 9 for Maxwell, Jake Chesworth. Here is your start list for the men's 16 years, 200 meters individual medley final.
Let's go, Jamie! Let's go, Jamie! Let's go, Jamie! Let's go, Jamie! Yeah, Jamie! Let's go, Jamie!
Fastest qualifier, and this one was Cambridge Ormsby. Ormsby is in lane 4 in that light blue cap. Going well at the top of the pool though. Off the start, it's Maxwell's Chesworth up in lane 9. Also going well in 5 is Toby Godsill of Bishop Stortford, and Raheel Mahmood in 0 for Romford Town. At the turn, it is Chesworth, 27.34 from Godsill, 27.36, and Mahmood, 27.87. As we go on to the backstroke. And Godsill looking good in at centre lane, but at the top of the pool there, that is Jake Chesworth. He's currently lying in second position. Having a good backstroke. In lane number 2, it is William Viney of the city of Birmingham. It's all change for position here. Toby Godsill still leading, but now Raheel Mahmood second at the halfway point, with William Viney in third for Birmingham. As we move on to the breaststroke, that swimmer is Godsill in your shot in lane 5. He leads the way. Watch for Ormsby of Cambridge on this breaststroke leg. Still going well for Birmingham is Viney in 2. Ormsby having a good breaststroke here. But Toby Godsill still leads the way, and still down the bottom of the picture, Mahmood going well for Romford Town. It is those two that go over first and second. William Viney holding on to third, but a 37-7 split for Godsill on that breaststroke is the reason he is out in front still. He's got a body length lead now over over Ormsby in 4, but still going well is Mahmood down the bottom of the pool. And he's finishing quickly for Romford Town, but the victory will go to Toby Godsill. 209.43 takes the goal, 209.97 for Mahmood. And Ormsby gets the bronze, 210.65. Ormsby did finish fast, but it wasn't enough. It was enough, though, to get on the podium by 0.2 of a second. There are your official results for the men's 16 years, 200 meters individual medley. The next event is the final of the men's 17 years 200 meters individual medley. In lane 0, Thomas Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. In 1, Ballant Ashton, City of Liverpool. In 2, Oscar Dodds, City of Leicester. In 3, Matthew Baker, West Suffolk Swimming Club. In 4, Connor Cherrington, Millfield. In 5, David Annis, the Royal Wolverhampton School. In 6, Cameron Rapson, City of Birmingham. In 7, Henry Gray, Chelsea and Westminster. In lane 8, Jonathan Turk, Mount Kelly. And in lane 9, Leon Taylor, Shiverers. Here is your start list for the men's 17 years, 200 meters individual medley. Getting off well at the top of the pool, Turk in 8 and Taylor in 9. They had the best reaction and going well in the first 25 meters. It is Jonathan Turk of Mount Kelly. He leads the way in these early stages down the butterfly. Behind him, all swimmers in a line. Taylor going well at the top for Shiverers. But it will be Turk that touches first at the first turn, 26.49 ahead of Henry Gray, Chelsea and Westminster, 27.24 and 27.27 for Matthew Baker in lane 3. There is your early leader on that through 25 meters of the backstroke now for Turk. Going well in the centre lanes though in 4 Cherrington of Millfield and 5 Annis of the Royal Wolverhampton School. It'll be those two that lead at the halfway turn. 58.91 for Cherrington, 58.93 for Annis. In third, it is Turk, 59.16 as we move on to the breaststroke. The green hat of Millfield edging ahead for Connor Cherrington. Down this breaststroke at the moment, still going well right at the top there. Turk of Mount Kelly after that lightning quick start off the block. It'll be those three leading the way. Also going well in 2 is Oscar Dodds of City of Leicester. His split of 37.66 on that breaststroke has brought him back into medal contention. But this is the race for gold right now. Cherrington of Millfield, closest to us with the lead. Fighting back with every stroke, it is David Annis as he comes up on the shoulder of Cherrington and overhauls him and goes into the lead as we enter the final strokes, and it will be Annis that takes it. 2:04.54 for gold, Connor Cherrington 2:05.07 for silver, and the bronze going to Jonathan Turk of Mount Kelly up in lane number 8. The perfect finish there for Annis. Take that one to add to his medal haul for this week. Here are your official results for the men's 17 years, 200 meters individual medley. The next event is the men's 18 years 200 meters individual medley final. In lane 0, James Froggatt, City of Birmingham. In 1, James Shevchenko, the Royal Wolverhampton School. In 2, Olivia Vedren, City of Norwich. In 3, Adam Graham of Millfield. In 4, Oscar Barlow, University of Bath. In 5, Benjamin Twynham, Derby Excel. In 6, Vadim Bosk, Mount Kelly. In 7, Robert Burgess, City of Glasgow. In lane number 8, Oliver Jones of Poole. In lane 9, Oliver Pope of Thanet Swim Club. There is your start list for the men's 18 years 200 meters individual medley final. It was very tight after qualification this morning. 4 swimmers go in 2:08, and Oscar Barlow, the fastest qualifier for Bath, by just 1/100th ahead of Benjamin Twynham. So it's all to play for in this final. You can see that as they go down this butterfly leg, pretty much all together, leading ever so slightly in lane number 3. It was Adam Graham going into the wall first, but the touch went to Benjamin Twynham, 26.98 from James Shevchenko in 1. That blue hat we can just see there in lane 1. Going well in 3 still is Adam Graham of Millfield. He is heading Oscar Barlow, that blue hat, in lane 4 for the University of Bath. It'll be those two that go over first at the halfway point. Graham 58.36, Barlow 58.46, Twynham 59.14. So now that we're on to the breaststroke, look for the charge. Going well in 5 is Benjamin Twynham. He has the speed down this breaststroke leg, and he has now hit the front of the race. Stroke for stroke, it is Barlow and Graham in 4 and 3. Still going well in 6. It's Bosk for Mount Kelly, but Twynham turns first. Barlow second. Vedren now third, and Bosk in 4th. Adam Graham lost a tiny bit of ground there, but now all swimmers in line except for Benjamin Twynham, who leads the way down this final 15 metres. Barlow working hard, currently in silver medal position for Bath, and the battle for bronze is going to be won by Adam Graham in 2:06.49, but Twynham holds on for victory. 2:05.76 for Derby Excel. Oscar Barlow of the University of Bath takes the silver. Here are your official results of the men's 18 years 200 meters individual medley. The next event is the men's 19 years and over 200 meters individual medley final. In lane 0, Isaac Dodds, University of Bath. In 1, Angus Allison, University of Stirling. In 2, Alexander Casey, Loughborough University. In 3, Luke Eberson, Loughborough University. In 4, George Smith, University of Stirling. In 5, Ben Harrison, Loughborough University. In 6, Miles Drabwell, University of Bath. In 7, Andrew Bertoli, University of Stirling. In 8, Pierce Greening, University of Stirling. And in lane 9, John Britton of Ealing. Here is the start list for the men's 19 years and over 200 meters individual medley final. All the way pretty evenly off the block. Going well in lane number 7. It is Andrew Bertoli of the University of Stirling. In lane 4, also going well, George Smith of Stirling. But it will be Bertoli that leads after the first 50, 25.66 for him, 26.38 for Smith. And Casey of Loughborough, 26.54 for third at the first turn. Down in lanes 2 and 3, Casey and Ibbotson going well on this backstroke leg. As the field squash up a little, and it is down the bottom now. Ibbotson and Casey challenging Bertoli, but Bertoli turns first, 57.10 ahead of Casey, 57.59. And Ben Harrison gets a touch for third at the halfway stage. Into Casey is going well on this breaststroke, still at the top. Bertoli of Stirling leads the way. 4 swimmers in a line in 2, 3, 4 and 5. That's Casey, Ibbotson, Smith and Harrison. They're just moving ahead of Bertoli as we head into the final turn, and it will be Smith that touches first, 132.27, 132.66 for Harrison, 132.69 for Casey, and 33.09 for Bertoli. As we go into the final 25 meters, it is Smith with the advantage ahead of Ben Harrison of Loughborough University. And the battle for bronze is on behind. At the moment, that is between Bertoli and Casey, but taking the victory, George Smith from Ben Harrison, and it is Andrew Bertoli that gets the bronze medal. 201.32 for the gold, 201.65 for the silver, and 202.74 for the bronze. First 25 of that freestyle leg made all the difference for George Smith. There are your official results of the men's 19 years and over 200 meters individual medley. The next event is the final of the women's multi-class 100 meters butterfly. In 0 for Carnegie, it's Katie Pape. In 1 for Borough of Kirklees, Evie Lambert. In 2 for Northampton Swimming, Amber Haycock. In 3 for Torvine Dolphins, Megan Willis. In 4 for Pembrokeshire County, Saskia Webb. In 5 for Bronzer and Taft, Rebecca Lewis. In 6 for Wellingborough, Imogen Dodds. In 7 for City of Salford, Chiara Faloni. And in lane 8 for Northampton Swimming Club, it's Eliza Humphrey. Here are your finalists for the women's multi-class 100 meters butterfly. This event in the para program for athletes in the S8 classification and above. Going well at the moment in lane number 4 is Saskia Webb of Pembrokeshire County. She is in the highest classification in this one. She swims in the S14 category, as does Filoni in 7. That is for athletes with an intellectual impairment. Going well in lane 6 is Imogen Dodds, in the classification, the S13 for visually impaired athletes. She turns in a time of 36.50. 32.92 it was for Webb at the turn. There is your race leader in terms of time. We will have to wait for all athletes to finish before we get the points ranking. Going well in 3 is Willis of Torvine Dolphins. And now coming back strongly in the green hat of the Rhondda Cullen Taff is Lewis at 20 years old, the oldest in this field. It will be Webb that comes into the wall first. She stops the clock. Time of 1:12.13. Willis first to the S10's home. 1:17.62, 1:19.24 for Lewis, 1:20.94 for Dodds. 1:21.51 for Amber Haycock, 1:22.64 for Evie Lambert, as we see Katie Pake finishing in 1:34.02, and Eliza Humphrey's time was 1:28.23. So once the points are allocated, it's Webb that takes the gold, Megan Willis takes silver, and Eliza Humphrey the bronze. Our next event is the final of the men's multi-classification 100 meters butterfly. In 0, Akash Das of Oswestry Otters. In 1, Georgia Roxby, Stockport Metro. In 2, Jack Milne, University of Aberdeen Performance. In 3, Joseph Greaves, Nova Centurion. In 4, Rio Rogers, Basildon and Phoenix. In 5, Owen Garsides, Kingston upon Hull. In 6, James Clegg, Edinburgh University. In 7, Zach Sturgis, Bournemouth Collegiate School. In 8, Lewis Jones, Aaron Trident. And in 9, Scott Hadley, City of Coventry. Here is your start list for the final of the men's multi-classification 100 meters butterfly. And good start down in lane 0. It was Akash Das of Oswald Street Otters. Going well in 4. Rio Rogers of Basildon and Phoenix, and up in 6. Paralympic bronze medalist in this event in London 2012 in the S12 classification, James Clegg of Edinburgh. First over is Rogers, 28.19, then Clegg, 28.93, followed by Garside, 29.03. The athletes in lanes 1, 2, 5 are S14 athletes, so all racing head-to-head. James Clegg is in the S12 category, so he is up against the world record of his brother, which is 56.75 for Stephen Clegg. The S14's up against a world record of 54.18. So we'll see the points sort themselves out. Gabriel Bandeira of Brazil holds that as we look to the top of the pool. Giorgio Uxby finished in 7th. Lewis Jones coming in 8th. 9, Akash Das. The time for James Clegg, 1:03.29 to score those 720 points. He will be your gold medalist in this one. The only swimmer over 700 points. And there is confirmation of that result. Clegg takes the gold, Rogers the silver, Greaves the bronze.
So, the British Summer Championships Club of the Year award continues this year, emphasising the importance of swimmers being able to produce their peak performance at their end of season meets. It's designed to recognise the clubs and coaches who are most successful in preparing their athletes to swim at their best at the British Summer Championships. The outcome is based on the cumulative percentage each club has managed to improve their athletes' performance at the championships compared to their entry time recorded in the qualification window. The following conditions are required. Teams must have a minimum of 5 eligible athletes competing at the championships to be eligible for the award. Athlete performances in individual Olympic and Paralympic events only are included. Only times from the athlete's fastest rounds at the championships will be used. Peak times can therefore take precedence over final times if necessary. Prize is awarded to the top 3 clubs. They will be awarded at the end of tomorrow night when it completes the championships, but at the minute you'll see the graphic showing the top 10 table, showing which clubs are currently leading. So if your name is up there, let's give us a big cheer. Sandwell, Portsmouth North Sea, City of Birmingham, Borough of Kirklees, Bromley, Taunton Dean, Chelsea Westminster, Maxwell, City Liverpool, and Taunton Dolphins. So they're the 10 clubs which currently are leading based on the cheers. Taunton Dolphins wins the loudest. We'll confirm those final results at close of play tomorrow evening. So moving on to our next event, the women's 200 metres individual medley. Please welcome to poolside your finalists for the girls 13-14 final.
Our next event is the final of the women's 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley. In 0, it's Alicia Stevens of the City of Birmingham. In 1, Evie Mackey of Alanach. In 2, Zara Kraviak of East Lothian Swim Team. In 3, Emily Smith of Tonbridge. In 4, Abby Roscoe, Wirral Metro. In 5, Millie Threlfall, City of Leeds. In 6, Evie Clare, Stockport Metro. In 7, Alice Forrest, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 8, Willow Harrison, City of Sheffield. And in 9, Chloe Barnard, Basildon and Phoenix. Here's your start list for this final. So this is our first of the women's 400 meters individual medley finals, and our fastest qualifier by just 6/100ths of a second was Abby Roscoe in 4. 5:03.20 she went in the heats. Millie Threlfall 5:03.26. Down this first 50 going well is Alicia Stevens of Birmingham in lane 0. She'll touch first after 50 meters of Bloodfly, 31.03. 31.34 for Roscoe. And Evie Mackey of Larnock in 1:31.93. That white hat of Birmingham right at the bottom of your pool, leading the way at the moment. And of Roscoe now going well in lane 3. For Tonbridge, it's Amelie Smith. She had a good middle part of this race in the heats this morning, did Amelie Smith for Tonbridge. And turning first after the butterfly, 1:06.44. It's Stevens of Birmingham from Roscoe, 1:07.20, and Smith, 1:08.51. Millie Threlfall of Leeds, currently in 4th position. Now going well on the backstroke, up in lane 7. It's Alice Forrest of Northumberland and Durham. Smith still going well here though. She's closed the gap on Roscoe. Stevens still in first at that turn, 1:46.60 for her, 1:47.39 for Roscoe. 1:47.99 for Smith. They are still your front 3. Going down the last 25 meters of the backstroke. Stevens having a good first half of this medley for City of Birmingham. She will turn first at the halfway stage. 2:26.29 for Alicia Stevens in 0. Second is Amelie Smith, Tonbridge, 2:26.42. And then just 4/100ths behind, it's Abby Roscoe for Wirral Metro. They were your 1, 2, 3 at the halfway stage. Watch the breaststroke though, going well now. In 5 is Threlfall of Leeds. That yellow hat in the top of the yellow lanes. Going well down this first 50 meters of the breaststroke. So we go into the breaststroke turn. Abby Roscoe back in front. Millie Threlfall in second, and Amelie Smith in third. 41.81 was Threlfall's breaststroke split there. The only swimmer to go under 42 seconds. She's made up significant ground as she puts herself back in medal contention. Also going well in lane 2 is Zara Kraviak of East Lothian. They are your front 4 and they occupy the 4 centre lanes. As we approach the 300-metre turn, it will be Roscoe leading the way, 3:51.14 ahead of Amelie Smith, 3:51.69, and Millie Threlfall, 3:51.93. Still all to play for. in terms of medals here. Going well. Up in lane number 7 is Alice Forrest. Now that we are on to the freestyle. But at the moment, it does look like Roscoe, Smith and Threlfall. As we turn on to the final 50. In 2, Krabiak of East Lothian still having a strong swim. That is Abby Roscoe of Wirral Metro, your race leader. She's got a body length lead over Millie Smith as we enter the final 25 metres. And Smith's got a body length lead over Millie Threlfall. It's spaced out a little bit now as we come into the final touch. And it will be Roscoe that wins the gold medal, 4:56.33, 4:57.83 for Emily Smith to take silver, and 4:59.49 for Millie Threlfall to get the bronze. All 3 medalists under the 5-minute mark. As we just watched there, Chloe Barnard coming in for Basildon and Phoenix in 10th position. They are your official results of the women's 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley. The next event is the final of the women's 15 years 400 metres individual medley. In lane 0 for Northumberland and Durham Performance, it's Seren Talentire. In 1 for City of Leeds, Darcy Crossley. In 2 for Maxwell, Holly Wayland. In 3 for City of Salford, Katie Lee. In 4 for Wickham District, Hazel Ann Carter. In 5 for Newcastle Swim Team, Neve Savoury. In 6 for Camden Swiss Cottage, Ines Quinlan Beetham. In 7 for Northumberland Durham Performance, Emma Price. In 8 for City of Leicester, Darcy Platts. And in lane 9 for City of Leeds, Matilda Potter. This is your start list for the final of the women's 15 years 400 metres individual medley. As they set off down the butterfly, going well in 0, it is Talentire of Northumberland and Durham Performance. She leads through the first 25 metres and also going well at the other side of the pool in 9, it's Potter of City of Leeds. Going well in 7, Emma Price, also of Northumberland Durham Performance. But it is Talentire that turns first after 50 butterfly, 29.88. 31.15 for Price in second, and 31.3 for Savoury of Newcastle in lane 5. That was the first 50 as they come through 75 metres of this butterfly. Leading the way, it is still Seren Talentire down at the bottom of the screen. Coming through well in 6, it is Wimon Beetham of Camden Swiss Cottage. But it will be Talentire that turns first after the first 100, 106.16 for her. Wimon Beetham did move into second with a 35.09 split on that second 50 of the fly. Emma Price in third and Neve Savoury in fourth. In the heats, this is where Hazel Ann Carter started to move through the field. to watch that green hat of our fastest qualifier from Wickham in lane 4. They all start to bunch back up on this backstroke. Going well in 3 for City of Salford. It is Katie Lee, 1 lane closer to us from Carter. Over first now, it's Emma Price of Northumberland and Durham in 7. Second is Gwynman Beetham, and third was Carter at that backstroke turn. It's Carter and Lee in 4 and 3 that are now heading to the front ever so slightly. Still going well in 7 is Emma Price. And having a good backstroke here, Darcy Crossley of City of Leeds in lane number 1. As we go into the turn, there's hardly anything to separate Carter and Lee. In fact, it's just 8 100ths, with Carter having the slender advantage. Darcy Crossley, 37.93, her backstroke split, the fastest of the field there. So seeing that she turns in 3rd position. Now we are on to the breaststroke. Hazel-Ann Carter moving away from Katie Lee. Going well. In 6, it is Ines Gwynman Beetham. Camden Swiss Cottage looking strong on this breaststroke. As we come into the breaststroke turn, it will be Carter with the biggest lead she's had so far in this race. 3:08.38 for her at the turn, 3:08.71 for Gwynman Beetham, and in 3rd it's Katie Lee, 3:10.16. That yellow hat closest to us of the City of Salford. Now the yellow hat closest to us is in lane 1. City of Leeds is Darcy Crossley. She's having a good breaststroke here as well, and she is stroke for stroke with Niamh Savoury of Newcastle in lane 5. So a bit of change in position as we come towards the end of the breaststroke, but it is still Hazel-Ann Carter that leads the way as we enter the final 100 metres. She turns in a 3:51.20 ahead of a 3:51.76 for Gwynman Beetham, and in 3rd place at that final 100-metre turn, it's Niamh Savoury of Newcastle. Carter going well, but Gwynman Beetham fighting with every stroke. Going well now at the top of the picture, it's Potter of City of Leeds in lane 9. Currently sat in bronze medal position, it's Savoury of Newcastle as we go into the final turn. But Carter leads 4:26.58 from 4:27.66 for Gwynman Beetham. And Savoury still in the bronze medal position at the moment. There is Gwynman Beetham. She is chasing down Carter as we go through into the final 25 metres. Coming back strongly is Katie Lee for Salford in 3, and Matilda Potter at the top. They're putting Niamh Savoury under pressure, but as we come down to the final strokes, it's going to be Ines Gwynman Beetham that takes it. 5 minutes, 0.30 ahead of Hazel-Ann Carter for silver, 5 minutes, 0.56. And Niamh Savoury takes the bronze for Newcastle swim team, 5:02.58. Gwynman Beetham accelerated into the red zone, and that's what got her that victory. As we get the official results confirmed, there is those results of this women's 15 years 400 metres individual medley. Ines Gwynman Beetham of Camden Swiss Cottage is your gold medalist. meters individual medley. In lane 0, it's Lexi O'Connor, Basildon and Phoenix. In 1, Evie O'Halloran Hutchinson of Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 2, Chloe Cook, City of Sheffield. In 3, Amelia John, City of Cardiff. In 4, Susie McNair, Stirling Swim. In 5, Lacey Roberts, Plymouth Leander. In 6, Evangeline Stacey, City of Leeds. In 7, Molly Baker, City of Sheffield. In lane 8, Charlotte Sorrell, Chase. And in lane 9, Madison Emmett, Guildford City. There is your start list for the women's 16 years 400 meters individual medley final. Good reaction in 5 from Lacey Roberts of Plymouth Leander. She was off the block first. Going well in lane 4, it's Susie McNair of Stirling Swim. Also going well in 3 is John of Cardiff, and 1 lane closer to us, Cook of Sheffield. The first turn, here is Susie McNair of Stirling Swim leading by 1/10 of a second from Chloe Cook of Sheffield, who is 5/100ths ahead of O'Halloran Hutchinson of Northumberland Durham. So very close down that first 50 metres, still a long way to go. But as they go through the 75-metre mark on the butterfly, Chloe Cook of Sheffield looking strong, as is McNair of Stirling Swimming. Still going well is Roberts of Plymouth Leander. And having a good second 50 on that butterfly for O'Halloran Hutchinson. So McNair turns first, 106.72, 107.12 for Cook, and 107.26 for Lacey Roberts. They are your front 3 after 100 metres. Going well already though on this backstroke. It is Evie O'Halloran Hutchinson in lane 1. She has made up ground on Cook of Sheffield. Swimming 1 lane up from her in lane number 2. Extending her lead at the front, Susie McNair of Stirling will turn first. 143.30 with a split of 36.58. She was 3 seconds quicker than anyone else down that backstroke leg, and she's opened up a significant lead over Cook, O'Halloran Hutchinson and Roberts. They are the ones who are chasing at the moment. Lacey Roberts just in second position now. In lane 5 for Plymouth Leander, but at the halfway stage, McNair goes over first, 2:19.74, another 36 points. 50 backstroke. Roberts, 37.75 on that second 50 of the backstroke. That's what put her in second position. O'Halloran Hutchinson is in third after 200 metres. McNair going well down this breaststroke. Roberts trying to fight back. Cook having a good breaststroke for Sheffield, and at the top of the pool chases Charlotte Sorrell, going well down the breaststroke too. McNair still leads the way, 3:04.37 at the turn, 3:08.54 for Lacey Roberts in second, and 3:10.62 for Chloe Cook in third. McNair looks very strong indeed. She enters the last 25 metres of the breaststroke. She did have just over a 4-second lead from Lacey Roberts of Plymouth Leander. 1 lane up from her in 5. Chloe Cook has put herself in a clear 3rd position now via this breaststroke leg as we come in to approach the turn for the final 100 metres. McNair 3:49.10. Lacey Roberts 3:53.16. In 3rd it's Chloe Cook 3:54.84. She has got almost a 2-second lead over Molly Baker, her teammate from Sheffield, who had an excellent breaststroke to put herself back in contention as we go down the freestyle leg. Susie McNair in a strong position here as she enters and approaches the turn for the final 50 metres. She's over first, 4:24.04. Then it's Roberts, 4:27.99. Molly Baker is in 3rd now, 4:30.62. Just 0.2 of a second ahead of her teammate Cook in lane 2. So Sheffield currently battling it out for the bronze medal. John of Cardiff trying to work her way back into this one, but no doubt where this gold medal is going to go. Susie McNair has looked emphatic throughout here. She's gone 4:57.82 for that gold medal. Lacey Roberts gets the silver 5:01.43, and the bronze does go to Molly Baker, 5:02.54. There is your gold medalist. That is Susie McNair of Stirling Swimming. And here are your official results of the women's 16 years 400 metres individual medley, confirming that Susie McNair takes the gold, Lacey Roberts silver, and Molly Baker the bronze. Next event is the women's 17 years 400 metres individual medley. In lane 0, it's Morgan Brand for rugby. In 1, Evangeline Belt, Plymouth Leander. In 2, Matilda Ransom, City of Cambridge. In 3, Shola Robinson, City of Sheffield. 4, Eleanor Broughton, Repton. In 5, Holly Marshall, Repton. In 6, Amy Kenworthy, Winsford Swimming Club. In 7, Louise Bresler, Guildford City. In lane number 9, Ella Bloxage, City of Salford. Here is your start list for the women's 17 years 400 metres individual medley final. There is no swimmer in lane number 8. Repton Swimming have the fastest 2 qualifiers in this one. They go in lanes 4 and 5. Getting off to a good start. It is Shola Robinson of Sheffield in 3, and right at the top, Ella Bloxage of City of Salford, swimming up on her own there in lane 9. Robinson turns first, 31 point for her. Going well for Cambridge is Matilda Ransom in the light blue hat, 3 lanes up from the bottom of the screen. Robinson still leading at the moment, but the two swimmers in Repton coming back with every stroke. That is Eleanor Broughton and Holly Marshall. As we go into the butterfly to backstroke turn, it will be Shola Robinson of Sheffield that leads the way. 106.80 ahead of Holly Marshall, 107.08. Just 9/100ths ahead of her teammate Eleanor Broughton in lane 4. 4 swimmers in the line now as we're on the backstroke. And going well down in 1, Evangeline Belt for Plymouth Leander on this backstroke. Still up there in lane number 9, Bloxage of Salford, going well. As we go into the backstroke turn, Marshall now leads the way, 144.98 off a 37.90 split for her. In second, Eleanor Broughton, and then just 1/100th behind her, it's Robinson of Sheffield at the turn. The backstroke with Marshall at the moment. She's opened up a body length lead over her teammate Broughton. Repton currently in gold and silver medal position, with Robinson turning in bronze medal position at the halfway stage for Sheffield. Marshall 2:22.31, 2:23.85 for Broughton, 2:24.55 for Robinson. They are your top 3. Amy Kenworthy of Winsford Swimming Club. She had a good backstroke in lane number 6. She's there just behind that leading pack of 3, working her way back into this one on the breaststroke. Evie Belt of Plymouth Leander down in lane 1, working hard on this breaststroke as well, trying to get herself back into contention for the medals. Still leading though at the breaststroke turn, it is Holly Marshall, 3:05.61. 3:06.41 for her teammate Broughton, and Robinson of Sheffield still holding on to that 3rd position. Matilda Ransom had a good breaststroke split there, 42.44 for the swimmer in 2 from City of Cambridge, but now they're all bunching up down this final 25 metres of the breaststroke. Just out in front with a small advantage, it's Broughton of Repton. But Robinson having an excellent second 50. And she turns just 0.3 behind Eleanor Broughton to move into that silver medal position. Now we are on to the freestyle, and at the moment it's Robinson and Broughton ahead of the rest. Coming back at Holly Marshall in 5, it's Amy Kenworthy in 6 for Winsford Swimming Club. She's putting pressure on Holly Marshall as Robinson will lead at the final turn for Sheffield, 4:24.73 to 4:24.86 for Eleanor Broughton, 4:26.47 for Holly Marshall. 0.6 of a second ahead of Amy Kenworthy. Working hard now, it is Eleanor Broughton in lane number 4. She comes level with Robinson as they enter the final 7.5 metres here. It's stroke for stroke as we go under the flags and into the wall, and it will be Repton's Eleanor Broughton, 4:58.44. Shola Robinson, 4:58.67. And then Holly Marshall getting the bronze, holding off a fast finish from Evangeline Belt. She came back in 32.54 for the fastest split of that final 50, the swimmer from Plymouth Leander, but it wasn't enough to get on the podium, unfortunately, as the official results are confirmed. Eleanor Broughton takes the gold, 4:58.44. Shola Robinson the silver, and Holly Marshall the bronze. The next final is the women's 18 years and over 400 meters individual medley. It says medal ceremony. It's definitely a final. It is the last one of these 400 meter individual medleys. In lane 0, Annabelle Wilkinson, City of Sheffield. In 1, Olivia Kingsland, Nova Centurion. In 2, Elsa McDonald, Edinburgh University. In 3, Holly Robinson, Repton Swimming. In 4, Michaela Glenister, University of Stirling. In 5, Leah Schlosschen, City of Leeds. In 6, Beatrice Varley, Plymouth Leander. In 7, Amelia Monaghan, City of Sheffield. In 8, Eloise Rathbone-Jones, City of Cardiff. And in 9, Anna Farrow, City of Leicester. Here is your start list for the women's 18 years and over 400 meters individual medley final. Fastest qualifier in this one was Michaela Glenister of the University of Stirling in lane 4. She has a 4-second cushion over the next fastest qualifier, Leah Schlosschen of the City of Leeds. But it is Schlosschen going well at the moment in that yellow hat in lane number 5, also going well at the top of the pool, Anna Farrow for the City of Leicester. It'll be Schlosschen that leads at the first turn, 30.11, ahead of Annabelle Wilkinson down in 0 for the City of Sheffield, and Glenister is third after 50 metres, 30.63. Going well now in lane number 2, it's McDonald of Edinburgh University as Glenister moves up level with Schlosschen in those centre lanes. It is Glenister that turns first, 105.40, just 9/100ths ahead of Leeds' Schlosschen, and Wilkinson down in 0 for Sheffield turns third, 105.67. Too close to call at the moment though as they go through 25 metres of the backstroke. Leading the way it's Glenister from Varley of Plymouth Leander in 6. They are out in front on this backstroke leg. But there's 4 swimmers in a line behind them at the moment. That is Wilkinson of Sheffield, McDonald of Edinburgh, Schlosschen of Leeds, and Monaghan of City of Sheffield also. Here is the front of the field. Moment Varley right there with Glenister as they come into the final 25 metres of the backstroke. In fact, the swimmer from Plymouth Leander has a slight advantage at the moment. The 4 in a line, still in a line behind our 2 race leaders though, as we go into the 200 metres turn. And it is Varley that turns first, 2:18.44 and 2:19 flat for Michaela Glenister. And it's still going well down in 0. Wilkinson is leading that pack of 4 for Sheffield. As we move on to the breaststroke now, Varley working hard to maintain her position here, but watch for Leah Schlosschen to make up some ground in lane 5 for the City of Leeds. As she starts to cut through the field, she's closed the gap. It will be Glenister now that turns first, 2:59.82. 3 minutes, 0.54 for Beatrice Varley, but Leah Schlosschen up into third with a split of 39.09 on that breaststroke, the only swimmer to go sub 40 in the first leg of that breaststroke. Here she comes, up level with Beatrice Varley. Glenister still has a slight lead. Going well in lane number 2. Elsa MacDonald of Edinburgh University. She's closed the gap as well on Beatrice Varley as we come into the 300-metre turn. And Glenister will still lead. 3:41.94, just half a second ahead of Leah Schlosschen, who's now in second. And then Beatrice Varley holds on to third position. 40.74 was Schloschen's split there on that second 50. So a very strong third 100 for the swimmer from Leeds in 5. She's now level with Michaela Glenister. Glenister did win the 400 metres freestyle, so she's got the endurance down at the final 100, but it will be Schloschen that leads at the final turn. Glenister is second, and Beatrice Varley currently in bronze medal position. She's got a 2-second buffer over Elsa MacDonald. Here is your fight for gold though, and at the moment it still is Schloschen that leads. She's kicking hard to try and maintain that advantage over Michaela Glenister. As we come under the flags and into the red zone, it will be Leah Schloschen that takes the gold medal. That graphic is incorrect. Schloschen's time not registering on the board. It is now, and it's 4:46.20. Schloschen wins. Glenister in silver, and Beatrice Varley comes through strongly for bronze at the end. We will just wait for the board to update. And here is your official result in the women's 18 years and over 400 meters individual medley. We now move on to our first set of medal ceremonies. And those medal ceremonies will commence shortly. Here come the swimmers for our first medal ceremony. It's that of the women's 100 meters freestyle. Presenting the medals is Andy Figgins of British Swimming. The bronze medalist in the 13-14 years age group from Newcastle, it's Elizabeth Land. In the 15 years age group from City of Sheffield, Eve Doherty. And in the 16 years age group from Millfield, it's Sophie Davis. The silver medalist in the 13-14 years age group from City of Sheffield, it's Willow Harrison. In the 15 years age group from the City of Leeds, it's Emma Wood. And in the 16 years age group from Mount Kelly, it's Flavia Camsell. The gold medalist in the women's 13-14 years 100 meters freestyle from Brighton is Hannah Capron. The gold medalist in the 15 years 100 meters freestyle from Wickham District is Annabelle Compton. And in the 16 years 100 meters freestyle, the gold medalist from Basildon and Phoenix is Sky Carter. We now move on to our second medal ceremony for the women's 100 meters freestyle. The bronze medalist in the 17 years age group from Repton is Maria Romanovskaya. In the 18 years and over age group, the bronze medalist from Mount Kelly is Erin Little. The silver medalist in the 17 years age group from Repton, Laura Devine. And in the 18 years and over age group, the silver medalist from Bath University is Jemima Hall. And the gold medalist in the 17 years 100 meters freestyle from Mount Kelly is Holly Widows. And the gold medalist in the 18 years and over 100 freestyle from City of Sheffield, Kate Clifton. Our next medal ceremony is the men's 200 meters individual medley. The bronze medalist in the 14-15 years age group from Warrington Warriors, it's Joseph Ashley. In the 16 years age group from the City of Cambridge is Edward Ormsby. And in the 17 years age group from Mount Kelly, it's Jonathan Turk. Silver medalist in the 14-15 years age group from Royal Tunbridge Wells Munston, Aaron Bissett. In the 16 years age group from Romford Town, it's Raheel Mahmood. And in the 17 years age group from Millfield, it's Connor Cherrington. The gold medalist in the 14-15 years 200 meters individual medley from Camden Swiss Cottage is Llewellyn Porter. In the 16 years age group, the gold medalist from Bishop's Dorton, Toby Godsell. And the gold medalist in the 17 years age group from Royal Wolverhampton School, David Annis. The next medal ceremony is for the men's 200 meters individual medley. The bronze medalist in the 18 years age group from Millfield is Adam Graham. In the 19 years and over age group from University of Stirling, it's Andrew Patoli. The silver medalist in the 18 years age group from Bath University, Oscar Barlow. And in the 19 years and over age group from Loughborough University, it's Ben Harrison. And the gold medalist in the 18 years 200 metres individual medley from Derby Excel is Benjamin Twynham. And the gold medalist in the 19 years and over 200 metres individual medley from the University of Stirling, it's George Smith.
Presentation is for the women's multi-classification 100 meter butterfly final.
Next medal ceremony is for the women's multi-classification 100 metres butterfly. The bronze medalist from Northampton, it's Eliza Humphrey. The silver medalist from Torvine Dolphins, it's Megan Willis. And the gold medalist from Cambridge County is Saskia Webb. The next medal ceremony is for the men's multi-classification 100 metres butterfly. The bronze medalist from Nova Centurion is Joseph Greaves. The silver medalist from Basildon and Phoenix is Rio Rogers. And the gold medalist from Edinburgh University is James Clegg. The next event is the men's 14-15 years, the 50 metres freestyle final. In lane 9 for Leamington Spa, it's Andre Onyekwi. In 8 for Aaron Bissett of Royal Tunbridge Wells Monson. In 7, Ruben Alty of Millfield. In 6, Samuel Sutcliffe, Ramsbottom Swimming Club. In 5, Alessandro Donofrio, Mount Kelly. In 4, Abdul Jabbar Adama, Mount Kelly. In 3, Harry Sharp, Warren de Bars. In 2, Gabriel Shepherd, City of Leeds. In 1, Monty Smith, Wickham District. And in lane 0, Hugo Young of Poole. Here is your start list for the men's 14-15 years 50 meters freestyle final. Good reaction in 4 from Adama, who was the fastest qualifier out of the heats for Mount Kelly. He's going well in these early stages. Also going quickly in lane number 5 is Donofrio of Mount Kelly. Those two are out front at the moment, but go well in 3. As well, Gabriel Shepherd of Leeds. It is Adama that takes it from his teammate Donofrio, with Shepherd coming through for the bronze. 23.27 for Adama. Donofrio 23.58 and 23.69. Got Gabriel Shepherd on the podium. There are your official results of the men's 14-15 years 50 meters freestyle. The next event is the men's 16 years 50 meters freestyle final. In lane 9 for Chelsea and Westminster, it's Joseph Adams. In 8 for Plymouth Leander, Matthew Hamilton. In 7 for Northumberland and Durham Performance, Alexandra Lazer. In 6 for Repton Swimming, it's Cameron Jameson. In 5 for Newcastle Staff, Zachariah Dale. In 4 for Guildford City, Joseph Way. In 3 for Guildford City, Christian Gale. In 2 for Chalfont Otters, Noah Wheeler. In 1 for Skipton Swimming, Sam Smith. In 0 for Millfield, it's Lachlan Parrott. Here is your start list for the final of the men's 16 years 50 meters freestyle.
Let's go, Matthew! Let's go, Matthew! I love you, Matthew!
Good reaction in lane 3 from Gale of Guildford City. He got the best start, but going well down in 0. It's Parrott of Millfield through 25 meters. Now in lane number 4 is Joseph Way of Guildford City. Hit the front of the race. He leads the way as we go into the finish, and it will be Joseph Way that takes it 23.39 ahead of Zachariah Dale, 23.77. 23.99 gets bronze for Cameron Jameson of Repton. And there's a joint 4th for Wheeler and Gale, 24.06. There are your official results of the men's 16 years 50 meters freestyle. The next event is the final of the men's 17 years 50 meters freestyle. In lane 9, it's Calvin Georgescu Spears for Elmbridge Phoenix. In 8, Alexander Davis, Crawley. In 7, Jake Hutchinson, City of Leicester. In 6, Henry Gray, Chelsea and Westminster. In 5, Angelo Gianni Contini of Newcastle. In 4, Nicholas Finch, Chelsea and Westminster. In 3, Maddox Roberts, Witham Dolphins. In 2, Jonathan Turk, Mount Kelly. In 1, Jack Jenkinson, Skipton Swimming Club. And in 0, it's Ballan Ashton of City of Liverpool. Here is your start list for the final of the men's 17 years 50 meters freestyle. Nicholas Finch was the fastest qualifier at a time of 23.43 in this morning's heats. Getting a good start. Up in lane 7, it's Jake Hutchinson of the City of Leicester. The blanket through 25 metres, but now edging ahead is the blue hat of Finch for Chelsea and Westminster. They come in to the touch. It will be Nicholas Finch, 23.30. Second, 23.38 for Henry Gray, his teammate. In lane 6, and bronze goes to the man in between those, Angelo Gianni Contini of Newcastle Swim Team, just 1/100th ahead of Maddox Roberts. There are your official results of the men's 17 years 50 meters freestyle final. The next event is the final of the men's 18 years 50 meters freestyle. In lane 9 for the City of Cardiff, it's Harley James. In 8 for Millfield, Adam Graham. In 7 for Aberdeen Dolphins, Finlay Club. In 6 for Team Bath, Oliver Watts. In 5 for Mount Kelly, Aaron Alkers. In 4 for Mount Kelly, Matthew Ward. In 3 for Soundwell, Jake Gaunt. In 2 for Derby XL, Liam Dawson. In 1 for Mount Kelly, Luke Tunstall. And in lane 0 for Beckenham, James Cleaver. Here is your start list for the final of the men's 18 years 50 meters freestyle. Away off the block and up in front in lane 0, it's Cleaver of Beckenham right down at the bottom, but now through 25 leading. In lane 4, it's Ward of Mount Kelly going well. In 3 is Gaunt of Soundwell as we come in to the finish. It's a blanket, but it is Matthew Ward that gets a touch, 23.10 from Aaron Hawkers, 23.42. And the bronze goes to Adam Graham of Millfield, 23.48. There are your official results of the men's 18 years 50 meters freestyle. Our next event is the final of the men's 19 years and over 50 meters freestyle. In lane 9 for the Isle of Man Swimming Club, it's Joel Waterston. In 8 for the University of Bath, it's Reed Jones. In 7, Toby Sigurade of Bath University. Dan Jones goes for Swansea University in 6. In 5, Jordan Cooley goes for Leeds University Aquatics. In 4 for Millfield, it's Alexander Painter. In 3 for Loughborough University, Calvin Fry. In 2, Loughborough University, Alexander Cohun. In 1, City of Manchester Aquatics, Jamie Ingram. And in 0, Plymouth Leander, Aidan Simmons-Brown. Five swimmers went 22 point in the heats this morning. Going well off the start down in lane 0. It's Simmons-Brown of Plymouth Leander. But now they're up and into the swimming in lane 4. Going well is Painter of Millfield. In 3 it's Fry of Loughborough. Those two leading the way at the moment. And it is Alexander Painter to take it 22.35. Jordan Cooley gets the silver, 22.58 for Leeds. And Calvin Fry of Loughborough University takes the bronze, 22.62. Just 3/100ths ahead of his teammate, Alexander Cahoon. There are your official results of the men's 19 years and over 50 meters freestyle. 7 men under 23 seconds there. That was close. And it was fast. This session this evening has been fast. And we now move on to our next event. That will be the women's 50 meters backstroke. Coming right up. Our next event is the final of the women's 15 years 50 meters backstroke. In lane 9, Holly Gilly for Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 8, Kiana Court of Warren de Bath. In 7, Fionn Humphreys, Swim Gwynedd. In 6, Jessica Huggins of Paul. In 5, Vanessa Simiranova, City of Peterborough. In 4, Tegan Matthews, Guildford City. In 3, Veronica Venuti, Chelsea and Westminster. In lane 2, Emma Wood, City of Leeds. In 1, Amber Rigg of Cockmouth. And in lane 0, Annabelle Compton, Wickham District. Here is your start list for the final of the women's 15 years 50 meters backstroke. Just 5/100 separated Matthews from Simiranova in the heat this morning. Going well though off the start. Down in lane 0, it's Annabelle Compton of Wickham District already with a medal tonight. We go into the final 15 meters though. It is the middle lanes that are racing this one out. Matthews in 4 and Simiranova in 5. They lead the way. Going well in 1. It is Amber Rigg, and the gold goes to Simiranova, 30.12 for Peterborough, 30.24 takes the silver for Tegan Matthews, and bronze goes to Amber Rigg of Cockermouth, 30.39. There are your official results for the women's 15 years 50 meters backstroke. This morning, 2 swimmers went 30 points. Tonight, 8 swimmers have gone 30 points. Our next event will be the women's 16 years 50 meters backstroke. We saw the swim off for that one at the start of the session. And now it is time for that final. We now move on to the final of the women's 16 years 50 meters backstroke, and leading them out is Jessica Gable, who was successful in that swim out, as was Evangeline Pierce at the other side of the pool. So in lane 0 for Royal Tunbridge Wells Munson, it is Jessica Gable. In 8 for Epsom District, it's Eloise Howarth. In 7 for City of Cambridge, Isabel Mather. In 6 for Poole, Hallie Harris. In 5 for Norwich Swan, Amara Addison. In 4 for Mount Kelly, Flavia Camsell. In 3 for City of Cambridge, Georgia Holgate. In 2 for the Royal Wolverhampton School, Lily Grover. In 1 for City of Glasgow, Heidi Wren. And in lane 0 for Basildon and Phoenix is Evangeline Pierce. Here is your start list for the final of the women's 16 years 50 meters backstroke. Fastest through to this final was Flavia Camsell of Mount Kelly in lane 4. But the best start there coming from lane number 1. That is Heidi Wren of the city of Glasgow. She's going well at the moment, but now coming through in the middle, it is Cancel of Mount Kelly, also going well. In 5 is Addison, 6 is Harris, and down in 3 is Holgate of City of Cambridge. But the gold is going to go to Flavia Camsell, 29.76. Silver goes to Isabel Mather with a really quick finish up there for Cambridge, and it's a tie for that silver medal with Georgia Holgate. The two City of Cambridge teammates both taking silver, just 1/100th ahead of Grover and Addison, who tied for 4th. You can't get closer than that. And there was a 3-way swim off earlier too, so this is definitely a very close fought age group. There are your official results for the women's 16 years 50 meters backstroke final. Flavia Camsell going under that 30 seconds mark there. Great gold medal for her. The next event is the final of the women's 17 years 50 meters backstroke. In lane number 9, Sophie Bromley of City of Sheffield. In 8 is Sophie Weston of Warrington Warriors. In 7, Martha Searle, City of Bristol. 6, B. Jones, City of Leicester. In 5, Melissa Mainwaring, Swim West Lothian. In 4, Libby Freeman, Northumberland and Durham Performance. In 3, Libby Monday, Kingston upon Hull. In 2, Megan Hansford, Tigers Swim Club Jersey. In 1, Laura Ann Marshman, Taunton Dean. And in 0, it's Jessica Hum of Bracknell and Wokingham. Here is your start list for the final of the women's 17 years 50 meters backstroke. Freeman in lane 4 was the only swimmer this morning to go under the 30-second mark. Going well off the start. Down in lane 0, Jessica Hum of Bracknell and Wokingham. Going well, 1 lane up from her, it's Marshman of Taunton Dean. But in the centre, in lane 4, it is Freeman of Northumberland and Durham that leads the way. It will be Freeman that takes the gold medal. Silver to Mainwaring, 30.05. And bronze goes to Sophie Weston of Warrington Warriors, 29.19 for Freeman. That is a time from the heats. Silver for Mainwaring, bronze to Weston. Gold medalist there, Libby Freeman. They are your official results of the women's 17 years 50 meters backstroke. We now move on to our final women's event of the evening. evening, it's the final of the women's 18 years and over 50 meters backstroke. In lane 0, Natasha Whittle of Loughborough University. In 8, Florence Isley of the University of Stirling. In 7, Amelia Magliocco of Camden Swiss Cottage. In 6, Pia Murray of Leyland Barracudas. In 5, Leah Whitaker, Mount Kelly. In 4, Kathleen Dawson, University of Stirling. In 3, Neve Ward, University of Bath. In 2, Kiddius Hodgson, City of Leeds. In 1, Sophie de Groot, Loughborough University. And in 0, Emily Ford, University of Surrey. Here is your start list for the final of the women's 18 years and over 50 meters backstroke. In lane 4, Kathleen Dawson, national record holder, 27.29, working her way back to fitness. She had a strong second 25 meters this morning, leading them out. It was Leah Whitaker of Mount Kelly, but now Dawson is level with Whitaker and moving ahead. Go well. It is Dawson, she will take the gold. 28.05 ahead of 28.49 for Whitaker, and Pia Murray gets the bronze. 28.89 for Leyland Barracudas. Just 1/100th ahead of Neve Ward, locked out in 4th, the swimmer from the University of Bath. There are your official results for the women's 18 years and over 50 meters backstroke. Our next event is our final event of the evening. It's the final of the men's multi-class 50 meters backstroke. This event is for S1 to S5 athletes. So Lyndon Longhorn swimming in lane 4 for Northumberland District Durham Performance is the only swimmer in this one. The S4 athlete is the British record holder. The time of 50.12. He went 51.91 this morning. This is our last final of the evening, and here in your shot is Lyndon Longhorn, Paralympian from the Tokyo 2020 Paralympic Games. He's the British record holder in the majority events in the S4 classification, and he goes through 25 meters. He's building into his preparation for Paris 2024 next summer. He goes into the final 7.5 meters. He's working hard to bring home this race. He'll stop the clock at a time of 52.20, just off his heats time this morning. He'll be happy with that for where he's at in his training at the moment. Always difficult swimming by yourself. The official result is in, and Linda Longhorn confirmed 52.20 for 484 points. That point score reflective of the world record, which stands to Roman Zhdanov of Russia, 40.99, the world record. Zhdanov went that time to win the gold medal in Tokyo in the summer of 2021. That concludes all of the action in the pool for this evening. It felt fast tonight, lots of sprint events. But we do still have medal ceremonies to come, so please stick with us, and they will start shortly. Our first medal ceremony of this section is for the women's 400 meters individual medley. These medals will be presented by Doug Whitlams, the Swim England president. The bronze medalist in the 13-14 years age group from the city of Leeds is Millie Threlfall. In the 15 years age group from Newcastle, it's Niamh Savory. And in the 16 years age group from the city of Sheffield, it's Molly Baker. Our silver medalist in the 13-14 years age group from Tonbridge, it's Emily Smith. In the 15 years age group from Wickham District, it's Hazel Ann Carter. And in the 16 years age group from Plymouth Leander, Lacey Roberts. The gold medalist in the 13-14 years 400 metres individual medley from Wirral Metro, it's Abby Roscoe. In the 15 years age group from Stramden Swiss Cottage, it's Ines Quimon-Beetham. And in the 16 years 400 metres individual medley, the gold medalist from Stirling Swim, it's Susie McNair. This is the second medal ceremony for the women's 400 metres individual medley. In the 17-year age group, the bronze medal from Repton is Holly Marshall. In the 18 years age group, bronze medalist from Plymouth Leander is Beatrice Farley. The silver medalist in the 17 years age group from City of Sheffield, Shola Robinson. And in the 18 years and over age group, the silver medalist from the University of Stirling, Michaela Glenister. And the gold medalist in the 17 years 400 metres individual medley from Repton, it's Eleanor Broughton. And the gold medalist in the 18 years and over 400 metres individual medley from the City of Leeds, it's Leah Stroshen. Our next medal ceremony is for the men's 50 metres freestyle. The bronze medalist in the 14-15 years age group from the City of Leeds is Gabriel Shepherd. In the 16 years age group, the bronze medalist from Repton, Cameron Jameson. And in the 17 years age group, the bronze medalist from Newcastle, Angelo Gianni Contini. The silver medalist in the 14-15 years age group from Mount Kelly, Alessandro Donofrio. In the 16 years age group from Newcastle, Zachariah Dale. And in the 17 years age group from Chelsea and Westminster, Henry Gray. The gold medalist in the 14-15 years 50 metres freestyle from Mount Kelly, Abdul Jabbar Adama. In the 16 years 50 metres freestyle, the gold medalist from Guildford, it's Joseph Way. And in the 17 years age group, for 50 freestyle, gold medalist from Chelsea and Westminster is Nicholas Finch. This is our second medal ceremony for the men's 50 meters freestyle. The bronze medalist in the 18 years age group from Millfield, it's Adam Graham. In the 19 years and over age group, the bronze medalist from the Loughborough University is Calvin Fry. The silver medalist in the 18 years age group from Mount Kelly, it's Aaron Orkers. And the silver medalist in the 19 years and over age group from Leeds University, Jordan Cooley. And the gold medalist in the 18 years 50 meters freestyle from Mount Kelly, it's Matthew Ward. And in the 19 years and over 50 meters freestyle, the gold medalist from Millfield is Alexander Painter.
So our last set of presentations is for the women's 50-meter backstroke.
Our last set of presentations this evening are for the women's 50 meters backstroke. So this is our first medal ceremony for the women's 50 meters backstroke. The bronze medalist in the 15 years age group from Cockermouth, Amber Rigg. And the bronze medalist for the 16 years age group, City of Cambridge's Georgia Holgate. Georgia Holgate tied for silver with her City of Cambridge teammate. Georgia Holgate got silver there. Also getting silver from City of Cambridge, Isabel Mather. In the 15 years age group, the silver medal goes to Guildford City, Tegan Matthews. And the gold medalist in the 15 years 50 meters backstroke from City of Peterborough, Vanessa Simiranova. And the gold medalist from Mount Kelly in the 16 years 50 meters backstroke is Flavia Kamzel. Doug Whitlam's doing an excellent job of presenting these medals. And for the final time this evening, the bronze medalist in the 17 years age group from Warrington Warriors, it's Sophie Weston. And the bronze medalist in the 18 years and over 50 meters backstroke for Leyland Barracudas, it's Pia Murray. The silver medalist in the 17 years age group from West Lothian, Melissa Mainwaring. And in the 18 years and over age group from Mount Kelly is Leah Whitaker. The gold medalist in the 17 years 50 meters backstroke from Northumberland and Durham Performance is Libby Freeman. And in the 18 years and over age group, the gold medalist in the 50 meters backstroke from the University of Stirling, it's Kathleen Dawson. That concludes all of the action here in the pool for night number 6. We'll be back tomorrow morning at 8:30 for day 7, our final day. You do get 3 sets of heats though. At 8:30, it's the men's 400 meters freestyle, women's 100 breaststroke, men's 200 backstroke, women's 100 meters butterfly, and men's 50 meters butterfly. Then at 12:30, we'll have the men's 4x100 medley teams. And then at 1:45, it's the women's 4x100 medley teams before the final session, which will start at an earlier time tomorrow of 4 o'clock. This is what we've got to look forward to in those finals. The men's 400 freestyle, women's 100 breaststroke, men's 200 backstroke, women's 100 butterfly, men's 50 butterfly, women's 4x100 medley teams, and men's 4x100 medley teams. Those relays will conclude the action here in Sheffield. Thank you once again for joining us for day 6. We'll see you tomorrow for our final day. Good night.
Feeling that cost of living crunch? Labara are here to help.
All I want is great customer service and network, but for less.
That's why Labara gives you 15 gigabytes of 5G data and unlimited UK minutes and text for just £10 a month. Plus, no contract, change or cancel anytime.
An excellent customer service.
So what's stopping you joining the bill-busting revolution? Labara. More for less.
Half the town screaming out in vain, the other half is fake, but everybody's singing along. It's okay, we'll all soon be gone. Hey!